Welcome back to the Forex Fortress, of which we are getting ready to prepare for moon boobs, baby, or maybe not. But there's plenty to talk about today. Obviously, following up on all of our short-term time frame analysis on Forex that we were looking at earlier from Tuesday, and then following up on a little bit of Bitcoin action as well. So with that said, we'll start off with Dixie as always. In Dixie, coming down to our 92.5 cent 92 and a quarter cent target that we had coming in from yesterday, of which that is actually, yeah, it's been a little bit exceeded here. So let's put on the drawing tools that it is right now, and I would be looking for a little bit of a short-term bouncy bounce here on the very short-term time frames, like a 4-hour and under. But ultimately, continuation is the name of the game, as our deeper targets are very likely to get hit down to just below 90, even actually around 89 and 3/4, we'll call it. And that's where I do think that we could potentially maybe put in a medium-term bottom, maybe even long-term bottom. But for now, of course, on the all higher-term time frames, this is bearish AF, as we do have a death cross on the weekly right here, and we did have the big old breakdown coming in from that 5 weeks ago level from 92 and a quarter, as we identified like a month and a half ago. So with that said, that is going to set in the bias for all major US dollar pairings, perhaps seeing a little bit of Bitcoin as well, and pretty much everything is, well, as we said yesterday, upside. And looking at Aussie dollar right here, once again grinding up the top side resistance. And now that it's really kind of putting some time at a level like this, I do look at this as more or less likely to break out to the upside here. So that means continuation even above the 377 exponential average. Now I would want to see the actual weekly close and confirm above this level before starting to talk about the next long-term move. But the next long-term target would be right around here. This structure coming in from April and March of 2018 on those big bad breakdowns before that. Jesus Christ, that absolutely face-melting price action to the downside. More importantly, I would be looking for not a 4-hour to confirm this level right here. At the very least, a daily, but preferably a weekly, seen as this is a, this is a major level here. But ultimately, everything is looking good. And of course, looking at it tangentially with Dixie, it would essentially make sense that, yeah, we do see another move to the upside here, and it probably does break this resistance alongside everything else. So yes, looking good right there. Moving on to Cad Dollar. What do we have right here? Very, very similar chart, in fact. Bounced off the 10 simple as it is right now. That same horizontal that we had plotted in from yesterday at 78 and a quarter. And I'd still be more or less bullish here as well, looking for the upper head target. Why can't I get my fucking English words out correctly today? I feel like extra like off the ball. This must be just awful to listen to, but yes, I'd be looking for extension ultimately towards 79 and a quarter long term. Short term, I would be bullish as well. Would it be bullish on this one short term? I did say yesterday I would be looking for a move back down to the 55 right here, but we didn't get that. We didn't get that. In fact, just bouncing off of that same level, 78 and a quarter. So fair enough. What do we see on momentum oscillators? More or less good on the whole, but I still actually do think that there's a short-term downside move probably in this one. Long-term, however, looking good. Daily and weekly both bullish, and the daily just looks like continuation, so any sort of a short-term move likely does get picked up. In fact, the daily says that the short-term move is actually already done to the downside, so I think I'll run with that and respect the higher-term time frame. Still looking at a long-term target of about, like I said, 79 and a quarter. Swiss franc dollar over here, what do we see? Same thing. Up we go. Peter Pan only knows where this one's going to, and I don't know why it's Peter Pan, but it's going to some upside targets, baby. 4-hour, daily, weekly, all bullish. This has been like the most boring analysis for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks, as we've just been bullish on everything. I still look for 114 to get hit over time. Even the 4 hour, yeah, even the 4 hours bullish right here. So I'm just looking for this one to melt up even more from this level. Moving on to euro dollar, what do we got? Literally the same fucking chart right here on the 4-hour. Daily, same shit as well, just continuation. Weekly, same shit as well. Still looking towards 123 and a half, towards 124 and a half. Golden cross. This is like the opposite chart of Dixie. Golden cross on the weekly, looking good. And yes, unfortunately for my own self, I would be looking for this one to continue up on basically all time frames as it is right now. 4 actually looks like it's just breaking out to the upside right here. You can almost identify that everything that's trading against the US dollar is breaking out. I imagine that if we go to Nasdaq and SPY as well, we're probably going to see retesting or maybe even making new all-time highs. Pound yen, what do we see over here? Popping back up to the top side resistance. However, this is one of the few charts that I'd probably not be bullish on, or at least if I would, well, shit, if I go over here to the daily, I kind of do like it. What about the weekly? Holy fuck, man. This one can flip around as well. I'm very skeptical about pound yen, to be fair. Short term, Short term, I actually would be looking for this one to come back down a little bit. This one does like to pump and dump a fair bit. I'd want to wait to see the weekly closure on this one, though, as I don't feel so confident on it yet, just yet. Yesterday, I was probably looking for a move to the downside back down to 138 and 40 cents. We didn't get that, so I was wrong on that. But ultimately, I want to wait for the weekly on this one. Daily actually does look kind of good here, to be fair, so I should really hold off on making any more further judgments, especially as it does approach long-term resistance here. I guess macro, I'd still be bearish on this one, as it does have lower highs going all the way back to... going all the way back to 2015, actually. Pound dollar, what do we see right here? This one's looking good, bouncing off the same levels that we spoke about yesterday, and I'd be looking for this one to take a stab at 138 over time, 377 exponential average. In fact, you're seeing a lot of these US dollar pairings gun for their weekly 377s, the ones that have been in long-term downtrends for, you know, the last 5 to 10 years. This one no different, and this one looking good on all time frames as well. Daily Stokes popping back up, weekly looking like continuation, daily playing out hidden bullish divergence along the same line as well. So I'd basically be bullish on all time frames here. Maybe 4 hour does pull back a slight amount, but I wouldn't even really be betting on that either. Everything in the world right now is fucking bullish. Apparently that trades against US dollar. Yen dollar, same shit. We are at our target from yesterday, right around 96.72, 96.73. This one does look like it's getting ready to coil up and break out to the upside here too. Next long-term target to the upside would actually be significantly higher. In fact, all the way up here around this spike that we saw in March 2020, and also coming in from our major high being put in August of 2016. So I would be looking for a bit of a melt up phase with any sort of a weekly closure above this 96.73 level we just identified. Looking at a daily, would I use a daily to confirm this one? Probably could do the same as well. Yeah, probably could do the same as well. Anyways, moving on to Nasdaq Futures. Did we reapproach the prior all-time high? Yes, indeed we did. So we did fill what we spoke about earlier this morning. However, a little bit of a short-term sell-off, it looks like. Let's go down to an hourly. Yeah, a little bit of a short-term sell-off right there. I don't think that that's too problematic. Overall, this one likely does make new all-time highs from here, but I would be looking at this as likely to play a little bit of a short-term downside move, in fact. So I would probably take away what I said earlier this morning, looking for new all-time highs like sooner rather than later. I actually think that this one pulls back first down towards about 12,550. Whoa, Jesus Christ, I just saw Bitcoin out of the corner of my eyes. And oh my God, we are 70, 80, no, 90 bucks away from moon boobs right now. Come on, Bitcoin Boolas. Green dildo my bunghole up like my doctor yesterday. It's fucking going, baby. And I'm excited. Yes, there we go. By the way, we're playing some Cyberpunk on Twitch right now too, and I need to take a sippy sip of this water, and we'll get into Bitcoin in just a second here. Oh, also I should tell you that you can find the link to Twitch in the description below. Anyways, yeah, Nasdaq probably short term does play a little bit of downside here, but ultimately I'd be looking for this one to pull through and make new all time highs. I mean, the weekly is really fucking good here. Did we actually make already new all-time highs? No. Oh, shit! 9,950. Oh, fuck. It's going, baby. It's motherfucking going. Green dildos everywhere. They're flying around. And oh, my God, it's 20,000. It's fucking moon boobs time. They're growing on her titties right fucking now. She can't even handle it. I can't even handle it. Bitcoin 20,100, and it can't be fucking stopped. Boolah's in full control. All right. There appears to be an alert. Okay, let's go check out gold really quick, and then we'll get on to Bitcoin. All right, gold, boring as fuck. Let's go over to Bitcoin. Look, so let's kind of follow up on earlier today's price. Jesus Christ, man, this dildo is fucking growing right now. Holy shit! Powerful Bitcoin. Powerful Bitcoin, very powerful Bitcoin. My charts can't even hit. It's like going off the charts right now. This can't even be read. It's like, it's going everywhere. What the fuck is going on right now? So, sorry. Hey, someone has to have a little bit of fun with this shit, okay? It's fucking magic and money business, so goddamn, man. Enjoy yourself, sirs. Enjoy yourself, zers and sirs. So we did say that with the 4-hour total closure above 19,550, we'd be looking for a breakout towards the short-term target at the 1.272, medium-term target at the 1.414, which is 20,850. We basically just hit the 1.272, are very close. Actually, very, very close, in fact. Just $100 off right there. So I do think that we are probably going to charge up and meet it, maybe even on this stream right now, maybe even on this video. But ultimately, this whole formation right here does have a measure move pointed up significantly higher, in fact, up to about the $22,500 to $600 level right here, based off the ascending triangle and also the 2-spot extension coming out of this formation. So everything's looking more or less good. And there was a really good question earlier in a more serious tone right now about what would invalidate this breakout. Well, quite literally, just looking at the breakout level at 19,550 would be the same sort of level that I look for in validation. So as long as Bitcoin's above there, the rally looks real. I mean, the rally looks fucking real as it is already. You know, if we go reference the Krown chain application, which we showed earlier this morning, we saw a lot of open interest being added at these levels. So that does suggest that also the breakout is real as well. As price action going up, open interest going up, volume also ticking up as well. Things are looking more or less good here. So in a more serious tone, the breakout's real, yeah, and I'd be looking for the girthy green dildo to continue in its little Pinocchio-like growth right here as Bitcoin makes new all-time highs, and there it is, baby. There it motherfucking is. It's moon boobs time. All right, there we go. And with that said, I'd like to wish you the best of the best and the happiest. Have a green dildo in your life. Take care, and until next time.